Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with a different video here in regards to the gold income, but as well as how I accumulate gold from a week-to-week perspective. Now, keep in mind, guys, this one is a very dramatic increase here. It's actually 75 million gold in 1 week because of said events, but I'm hoping that my insight and me just walking you through my thought process of how these events go is really how it's going to be able to allow you to add a lot of gold into your account. I definitely think it does apply, unfortunately, more to those already situated in the end game, where you can actually reap more of the rewards coming from the end game events that are featured from a week-to-week perspective or even on a monthly level. So what you're seeing on screen here, ladies and gentlemen, is actually the 1 week difference of where my videos were timestamped. It's actually today versus last Monday, typically when I make my watch before prep video, just that way it helps you folks prepare for the events to come, but as well it gives you a kind of a capture of where my account balance was prior to all these events. So you can see here, July 8th, we started with 134.44 million, and we actually catapulted to 167 million gold here as of today. Now, I know that's only a difference of 33, so where's the remaining 40 million plus? It's actually from the fact that each day I budget 6 million gold. I spend this and no more, no less. And that's actually what gives you the 42. The 42 plus the 33 million in gold gives you the 75. That's how I've been able to really accumulate 75 million gold in 1 week from the breakdown. But I do want to walk you guys through some key events, some key situations right now that you can take advantage of. If you have not checked out my earlier videos, I've been trying to do a good job in terms of making sure you guys are up to date. But there's gonna be some freebies here to be had. Hopefully it works for yourself. I know some issues can relate to some of these ways that I've been able to get gold, but I'm gonna have a breakdown for you guys so that way you can see for reference how I accumulated the 75 million. So first of all, we have tip number 1 here, and guys, no worries, I'm gonna link each of my videos below as well if you guys need some additional clarity on this. So there's a video on this as well. I'll link it below if you guys just want to walk through. But there's an update here on msf.gg or marvelstrikeforce.com website where you can actually go through, update your account profile, and when you do that, it's gonna grant you here 30 gold orbs, 30k gold orb fragments, which is 15 orbs, 300 of these L4 training mats, and 1,000 camping energy. As far as I know, some folks are still taking advantage of this. Make sure that you do this because this is just such a nice little bonus. And as well, the developers in Marvel Strike Force want you to be updating your profile so that way it's utilized and at the same time helping other alliances for recruitment purposes. So again, video below if you guys need a walkthrough of how to do this. Tip number 2, this was actually situated from last week's Envoy Cosmic Crucible tournament, and this was a big one. If you go to marvelstrikeforce.com to redeem your new player gift, and you utilize this code right here, the Champion CC, it's going to reward you with 4.5 million gold. So boom, just right there, it's going to give you a flat amount right there as a boost, and that really did help me in the last 7 days as well. It's been a really big infusion of gold in this last week. We have number 3 here being the limited time event. As it's wrapping up today, guys, I do want to document this for future references, but I was able to get to about floor 42 for Sword Satellite. I made some mistakes here and there, but even with those mistakes, we were still able to accumulate 7 million in gold. So this is an example of those times where if you're involved in the end game content that's coming out, gold's going to come quite easily, to be honest. I would say the bigger constraint now in the game is actually more so the training materials utilized to bring characters up. But yeah, this was a nice little freebie event with Crimson gear. We got some diamond orbs, and as well, more importantly, the gold that's actually infused for your account to build up your important roster characters, or as well as store purchases when you want to utilize gold for that supplementation. Tip number 4 here, the limited time Blitz event. So this has been happening for the last 5 to 6 weeks plus. Essentially, any of your Mercs for Money characters, so as long as they're above 3 stars, you're able to take advantage. We started this off at week 1, week 2, when we only had a couple of characters. We were only able to really earn about 5 to 6 million per weekend. And then now it's actually ballooned to over 10 million gold each weekend because of 5 million plus per day. So this has been big. I think there's only a week or 2 left of this, but the nice thing about this is that if you already had these characters built up, you don't even need them leveled up. It's more so just a star level, and then just do an immediate blitz with them, and you can take advantage of the points. This has been absolutely phenomenal, especially with each weekend being able to add an extra 10 million. Definitely notable for sure. We have tip number 5 here being the bi-weekly war reward. So in case you guys were not aware, this is a really big one for war because every 2 weeks there's a bi-weekly reward that comes from the rankings. As you can see right here, this was actually as of yesterday, rank 889 is where my alliance is currently situated. And as a result of that, we're getting about 13 million gold every 2 weeks. And keep in mind, there's a plus minus here of the 2 million gold, because depending on how you do during the week, when you do win or lose, it's going to give you at least, I would say 1 million to 2 million gold plus, depending on where you rank as well in the season. So all this adds up over time, but it's pretty notable, guys. And this really added up in the past week or so when we saw that dramatic increase to my gold and my roster, which is nice because I'm in that situation where I should probably be spending more gold, but I'm also prepping for Dark Dimension 7, and we know about Illuminati and as well as Odin and the other new featured characters coming in the weekly patch here. So definitely exciting times for sure. It's nice to be able to pivot with this extra gold, which is why I wanted to bring this to your guys' attention as well. And then a big one, guys, is the campaigns, right? It doesn't seem like much, but there's the Heroes and Nexus Hard chapters. Again, I'll link a video below because I actually documented that in a separate video. But the one thing that was not documented in my past video was this Illuminati Showcase. So this is why it's really important to be engaged in the game, guys, because with these showcase events, it's free. Right now in Black Panther Shuri's event, Story 1-5, there is actually gold fragments that you can farm here every day. So this has been nice because it's just been giving you an extra gold orb or two, and over time you can get lucky and actually get 1 to 3 million gold orb drop. So that's pretty big. That's how you build up golden accounts, just consistency and making sure you're doing the day-to-day. Absolutely very, very meaningful. And then finally, guys, this is kind of the everything else category because it's honestly just playing the game. And this is what I mean. These are things right here that you don't have to be an endgame player. You basically just need to be engaged. So daily raids adds up quite a bit. This includes incursion, spotlight. If you recall, even with each node that I can finish in incursion, I think it's like 26k. I do about 8 to 10 nodes per day, so it can make up a lot, guys, especially in the span of a week, and you're translating that to a weekly perspective from the day-to-day. It's big. Daily objectives obviously give you those additional gold upon completion, making sure that you're doing all the individual tasks, and remember that actually adds progression to your strike pass, which is noted below as well. We got the weekly blitzes that we have, which is including of the premium, the red star, and as well as the multiple quick rumbles that we have. We have the weekly gold rush challenge, which also gives you a few orbs as well as that notable increase. We got the strike and battle passes, which always have infused gold, a nice little ample boost. And then as well, don't forget the monthly feature event. This is the one we always want to focus on for the monthly activities. It adds up over the long haul in the span of a month. Can also feature set characters. Right now, in the last month we had Sasquatch, right? So just things like that is going to be definitely notable. And then last but not least here, don't forget about the monthly payday challenge that does happen as well. If you're able to do that, I think it usually gives you about 5 to 6 million gold anyways. So adding all this together, over 20 million from everything else. So you can see this is basically what has built up from this last week here. But there's, like I said, a couple that you can take advantage. If you're watching this right now, make sure you're pushing as high as you can in Sword, and as well as the Blitz for Mercs for Money. And then finally, these two opportunities here that are very limited, which is the one free code that's still live. I believe I'm getting comments back that it's still active. And then finally, the updating here is of the account profile on the MarvelStrikeForce.com website. Hopefully this helps you guys out, gives you a great breakdown here of how I accumulated 75 million gold in 1 week, and I'm continuing to do that. The gold economy does seem to be getting better and better now. We just need to see some more improvements to training mats. So hope this helps you guys out. Hopefully you're able to capitalize well. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.